Hello, I'm Jeremiah with Handloader magazine, and today we're taking a look at the Sig Sauer P320. And if you know what this is, you're smarter than the average bear. So, if you're familiar with the Sig P320, you would know what this is. This is the heart of the gun. As in a matter of fact, this is the gun. This is the serialized part that is considered to be the firearm. When Sig designed this, they designed it from the ground up around this system right here. Now, since this is a serialized part, it allows for your grip, slides, any accessories, your barrel. It's not attached to the frame, which allows you to change out grip modules, barrel lengths, slides, and everything very easily without having to purchase a separate firearm. So, let's go ahead and install this into our frame here. It simply drops in like that. Kind of push it back a little bit. Take your takedown lever, which I will struggle a little bit with here to get it situated properly. But all in all, it's a very easy gun to take apart and reassemble. And for regular field maintenance, this is not necessary. Push that in. Slide the takedown lever down. Take our slide assembly. Insert our barrel. Insert our recoil guide spring. Notice the red portion goes to the rear. Then we simply slide it on, slide it back to the rear, and lock the slide back, rotate that, and now you have a fully functioning Sig P320. It features a 17-round magazine with optional 21-round magazines, polymer frame, nitron-coated slide, Sig light night sights, and it is a striker-fired pistol, so it offers a little lower bore access than your typical Sig, which personally I've been a big fan of so far. The weapon is clear, and the trigger feels really nice. It has a smooth take-up, crisp release, and the reset is short and positive. Overall, I really like the trigger, and it feels better than your typical striker-fired handgun. Very smooth, nice reset, and it's overall been a joy to shoot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and show you some of the accessories that we've went ahead and purchased. This is a barrel from Silencer Co. It's a full-size 5-inch barrel. Standard is 4.7 inch. So real quick, we'll take this guy down and just show you again how easy this is. It's so simple. Simply pop the barrel out. We'll replace it with this Silencer Co. barrel. Pop it back together. And now we're ready to add some accessories to it, such as this AWC 9mm suppressor, which simply is a direct thread. And overall, the balance of the gun with a loaded magazine, that's obviously not loaded now, but the balance is really nice. The weight of the 9mm in there counterbalances everything. Even with the titanium suppressor on, which doesn't add too much weight, it still has a nice balance to it. So we're going to go ahead and take this guy out to the range and show you some shooting with the suppressor on, with it off, with the original barrel, and with the silencer co barrel. So stay tuned. So now we're at the range with our Sig P320 with the factory barrel installed. We have 5 rounds loaded up. This was the most accurate load in the factory barrel, using 147 grain Federal Hydra-Shock and 5 grains of Alliant Power pistol. We've got it loaded up in Starline brass and used CCI 500 primers. So we're going to go ahead, load up the gun. We have our lab radar set up here to record velocity, and we're going to see how they group with the factory barrel as a control, and then we'll swap barrels and see how they group. So there's our first 5 shots, and the velocity on that last one was 1,025 feet a second, just barely below the sound barrier, which is right exactly where we want it. So we'll go ahead and swap barrels, and we'll shoot the next group. So now we have our silencer co barrel installed with the thread protector on, no suppressor yet. I'm going to go ahead and load up and see how these guys group through this barrel. There's our 5 shots, the last shot being 1,035 feet a second, again, just below the speed of sound. Even though it's 0.3 inches longer, no discernible difference in velocity. So now we're going to go ahead and screw the suppressor on. So now we have our AWC titanium Abraxas 9mm suppressor threaded on, and it's nice and tight. I'm going to go ahead and load up, and we'll see how we group. I do want to note that these loads were not enough to cycle the gun with the suppressor on, and typically you'll need a different recoil spring in order to get the gun to function flawlessly. There are aftermarket ones available, we just haven't swapped ours yet. The last velocity on that was 974 feet a second, and it was whisper quiet. So now that we're back at the bench, let's go ahead and take a look at our results. The first group we shot was through the factory barrel, and it measured out to 0.823 inches, a very respectable group. Next, we screwed on the silencer co-barrel, and it measured out to a group of 1.504 inches with a flyer. But if you remove the flyer, it measures out to 0.893 inches. Next, we screwed on the AWC suppressor onto the silencer co-barrel, and the group was reduced to 0.950 inches. Overall, very accurate in all the barrels and the suppressor. I'm very happy with the results. I really like this SIG because it's very modular, it's very easy to clean, take apart. You can swap barrels, get tons of aftermarket accessories, attach them onto the rail, lights, lasers. A very modular platform. 17-round magazines, optional 21-round magazines. It performed flawlessly for all our load development and in-house testing, and we're very happy with it. We hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, good shooting and happy hand loading. Please like this video, share it with your friends, and check us out on our social media.